All right, here we have another really cool piece of Yamadori, another Sierra juniper collected the spring of 2020, calling these Rona trees. This one's getting ready to go into its second flush of growth for the year. It hasn't produced yet, but I can see the buds starting to swell at the end of the growing tips here, which is always a good sign. We'll get one more flush of growth this year in recovery. This one dropped some needle or some, this one did drop some inner growth, which is quite normal, but it recovered well and put on a bunch of new extensions, which is good. This tree is pretty remarkable in its own right. Now, I apologize for the video because it's just me today filming to get these out. But the trunk on this is gnarly. It's really wide at the base here. I mean, by comparison with the soda can, right, which is a few inches wide, it's pretty wide given the size of the overall height of the tree. But what really drew my eye to it was the way that the deadwood ribbons throughout the tree. And you just can't replicate that. It's impossible to replicate other than Mother Nature. We have one live vein going up here that then feeds this lower branch here, which is crucial to the design of the tree, in my opinion. Piece of deadwood there that broke off. But then as I spin it around, you can see how that goes up the tree. So cool. And then with that dead in between, how it's just encompassed around it by both sides of live on this side and live tissue on this side. It's so neat to see. And then, as if that wasn't enough, it ribbons around. You can see where this branch died off, that other branch died off, and then this comes up. And again, I pulled the bark off these to check for borers and clean them all up. So that's why it looks the way it does. That will bark up again if you guys are interested in keeping the bark on. I tend to find it more handsome without the bark, but it's to each own personal preference. But then you can see how that twists, that deadwood twists all the way around and goes back up this direction. And it just, the flow of this tree is just incredible. And in fact, I'm not quite sure I really want to sell it, to be honest with you. The only flaw I see in this tree, and it's minimal, is this upper portion of the branch here. I'm trying to not get you guys dizzy by spinning this thing around, but this section of the tree is pretty straight. And you can see that that section of the tree is pretty straight. And that would be where I would consider the apex. This one off to the side here to the left is nice. You got some foliage, but I don't see that really being a huge impact. This is definitely your apex on this side. But with some raffia and some wire, you could probably bend that. It's still somewhat pliable. And you guys know there are techniques to modify that. So anyhow, I'm going to try to give you guys a good once around on this tree. The photos definitely don't do it justice, and I'm hoping the video does. This tree is quite impressive. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, comments, let me know. John at highdesertbonsai.com. That's Jon at highdesertbonsai.com. And yeah, thanks for looking. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.